happened today. The only thing that I'm aware of is Pred was removed as mayor, but I don't have any context. And I'm meeting with the justices in 40 minutes.
All right. I saw the state announcement, and
we are at the same spot as yesterday.
Why do you sound funny?
It was the state announcement.
What do you mean?
Okay.
Because I just fucking woke up.
No, I'm not.
Oh, well, no, you just
Okay,
sounded
listen, if you're going to come over here,
Appreciate
no
that.
attitude like yesterday, all right?
I wasn't giving you a
All right, get
fucking
the fuck
attitude.
down
I
here.
was
If you
saying
wanna
you
show up, you can
sounded
show up.
funny.
All right, I'll see you in a bit, Tilly.
Okay, bye.
Fuck, Jesus.
Corolla's on
fuck
the way
Christ.
too. She's just getting food. But
Maeve was
so,
around when the state announcement
yeah.
happened, so yeah.
I've been around the whole day.
Thinking it's all sweet.
Basically, shortly after our post-PD briefing meeting concluded, Kyle put out an announcement that he was picking a new interim sheriff, which is Mateo Radic. Base pick, honestly.
Wait, I'm sorry, say again?
He picked a new interim sheriff. It's Mateo Radic. It was
Okay.
the deputy from
Good
BCSO
pick.
that you spoke with at town hall.
I like that guy. Yeah.
Yeah, he's great. Base pick. I think he'd do wonderfully. My
It's a good
assumption
pick.
is that BCSO did not agree because Ventura and one other deputy
Sorry, 1 second.
went
Hey,
crying to the
Abilene,
judges.
we're at the, what's your ping?
City Hall. Oh, ping is 761.
There you go.
Thank you.
See you in a bit. Bye. Abilene, Tilly on the way. I apologize. Go ahead, Maeve.
That's all right. Ventura and one other deputy went crying to the judges. And according to Archie, slash what I heard from Pred, Abilene, Tony, and Ajax, is that they were saying that, you know, Pred violated the Constitution, or not, sorry, the Constitution, the legislation that establishes, like, Blaine County Mayor's Office responsibilities, and that's what they cited in their state announcement. And that because he had a criminal charge, he can't be mayor anymore.
Who put that in the state announcement?
It was Arcadia Grayson. Apparently on behalf of the justices who all agreed in their emails.
Yeah, I ended up... When I got here, eventually I went on a little bit of a tirade in the middle of City Hall, which I shouldn't have. It was unprofessional. I yelled a bit.
Wait, you did?
Yeah.
Literally all you said was, "This is why we don't have lawyers." It wasn't that bad, Archie.
Well, yeah, but
Well, for him, that's a tirade. This guy doesn't raise his voice. This guy, we talk about doing jaywalking, he walks out of the circle type shit. Wait, so what happened, Archie?
Well, basically, I ended up getting a call from one of the newer justices. Hold on, let me get you the right name. Not justice.
Hey, Chad,
Judge
don't
Murray
say
Falcon.
dumb shit.
They gave me a call because they overheard me, and also
I know some of you guys are watching.
been walking by when I was yelling.
Sorry, just give me 1 sec. Listen, I know some of you dumb cunts are coming here from other communities. Stop it.
I could use the bite, yeah.
All right.
I should
Shit
believe
hasn't
in
even
drink.
started yet. Can't control yourself. I will control you.
Damn, came prepared.
And you don't want that.
Yeah,
I don't have to control myself with my own, like, you know, with my own chat room. You feel me? All right. Sorry about that, Archie. Go ahead.
Oh, no, you're good. But yeah, so it was the Judge Falconer ended up calling me, he'd say, well, I overheard you ranting at the courthouse. Would you like an explanation of things? And so he took the time to talk to me about it. They specifically cited 3 different things. Number one, the actual, hold on, let me make sure I get this right. The San Andreas election procedures, citing in there that it says that a person needs to be a non-felon to run for office.
That's an election.
I understand that. I'm just telling you what they told me.
It's fine. Just real quick, let's one at a time. There's probably a lot of things to unpack, but it's important that I hear as much like uncut information first, and then we'll start like unpacking from there.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Archie.
Also cited, so I want to make sure I'm getting all this right, the Blaine County Authority account Mayor's Office Protocols and Procedures, and the members of the Blaine County Mayor's Office positions and their responsibilities.
I heard the election. I heard the Blaine County one. What was the one
Sorry,
you said?
sorry,
The
getting
second
kind
one?
of comfy there. Just go ahead and speak up a bit too, real quick. But yeah, so the two pieces of Blaine County legislation, they were talking about the Blaine County Authority Account Mayor's Office Protocols and Procedures, and the
Mhm.
members of the Blaine County Mayor's Office positions and their responsibilities. So those are the three primary pieces of legislation I was cited as to why they made their decision.
That's two Blaine County ones, and then the electoral one.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Sorry, Archie, are you done?
Yeah, that was really all it was.
Okay.
Other than that, I was like
So-
apologizing for being
Be-
unprofessional at the courthouse. So
Before we move on, you mentioned Archie that the justices all agreed. Did you said that?
yeah. He said that the judges that were available talked to the justices in some fashion. I don't know if they had a meeting or it was emails or what. But they said that they talked to the justices that are available and they agreed on this. So this
I
was
have-
seems to be a
Well, what do you mean by they agreed with what?
that he should be
So-
removed from office. That's as much as I got out
Who
of it,
put
though.
that forward?
According to Pred, what happened is Ventura and one other deputy, who I'm sorry, whose name I don't remember, but someone from BCSO,
Mhm.
went to Grayson, and Grayson
Mhm.
contacted justices who were all in agreement. And
So the
Grayson put us in
allegation
upset.
come from Blaine County. It went to the judges, and then the judges forwarded the complaint to the justices, and then who made the decision?
the justices, from my understanding, from what Pred told me.
What?
The sheriffs went. Two of the sheriffs went to the judge to enact the Blaine County legislation.
Over. Sorry, just real quick, Abilene. I'm sorry to cut you off. I'm like trying to make sure I'm making sure I'm digesting all of this. Was this about the court case?
Yes.
It's
Okay.
about the violating a court order charge. So I can read a couple things for you if that helps.
Yep. Just after Abilene, because I know I just interrupted her. Abilene, go ahead.
It's essentially that. Two of the sheriffs who have a beef with him didn't want him as mayor.
Yeah.
Went to the judges and said, "Look at this piece of legislation here. We believe it's in our authority to enact this removal process now that he's not in a good criminal record standing with the county." And the judges brought it to the justices, and I'm sure they have some kind of bias, right? Otherwise, it wouldn't happen this fast. And they said, "Yeah, according to this own legislation here, and this is Fred's own county sheriff's law enforcement. They're going to go ahead and interpret this piece of legislation as they can do so." Well, the whole thing's entirely in context.
So who?
So to get
So-
rid of a mayor, all you have to do is talk to a police officer. Interesting.
Initially today, the day started with Pred announcing the
I'm so confused.
the interim sheriff, which I'm going to read just for everyone's context because he did, credit.
Okay.
It's in all caps. It says, and I have screen caps of these in case we need them for legal documentation. But it says, "It is with a heavy heart that I, Kyle Pred, announce that we have a new interim sheriff appointed to lead the Blaine County Sheriff's Office.
Do you have a
Mateo
copy
Radich
of
will be
this?
Yes. Mateo
Could you
Radich will be
text
stepping
it
into
to me as well?
Yes. Mateo Radich will be stepping into the role for the time being as we go through these adjustments. I just can't tolerate Cassidy's crying anymore. What a bitch. Warlord Kyle
Yeah.
Pred, leader of the North." So, about an hour later, there was another state announcement that said, "Due to the outcome of the People versus Kyle Pred, Mr. Pred is no longer in good standing with the state of San Andreas. Per legislation number 11299, members of the Blaine County Mayor's Office positions and their responsibilities, the title of Mayor of Blaine County is hereby stripped immediately from Mr. Pred, along with all privileges and assets belonging to Blaine County. At this time, the seat of the Mayor of Blaine County will remain vacant while in a transitional period. Judge Arcadia Grayson."
Let me
Okay.
know when I can speak.
Yeah, both of those, by the way, for everyone, just in case you haven't seen, both of those screenshots are in the email chain if you need to reference them, but I can text them to you if you'd like as well.
What was it, like 1 hour after or 2 hours? I think it was.
was about an hour, yeah.
between, yeah.
Hour and a half.
Um.
Go.
Okay, so it is with a heavy heart that I, Kyle Pratt, announce. I know I'm reading it back because there's so much that. Okay, so Pred said some shit. Ventura and Cassidy. Oh my god, bro. Like, hold on. Due to the outcome of the people, okay, is no longer in good standing with the. Positions and their responsibilities. At this time, the seat of Mayor Blaine County will remain vacant while in a transitional period. Okay, so let me look this up. I'm trying to, because I know you guys have probably thought about this quite in detail, but I want to make sure that I'm ready to, because the immediate thing that is sparking in my mind is, where is the paper trail?
I will say I confirmed with Pred that they didn't even like call him or anything. He found out in the state announcement with the rest of us.
Yeah. Also, there's no paper trail.
Michael, the notes with the stuff that we did yesterday after the meeting, do you have a copy of that?
Wait. Which notes are we talking about?
You know, we finished with the judges yesterday.
Yeah.
And we had the notes. Did you do any editing after that?
No.
Okay. We're gonna wrap that up. I'm gonna give that to the 9 p.m. and at 9 p.m. I'm gonna ask them at what point in their birth stage, right? Probably after they came out of the womb, the doctor dropped them. Because what I'm trying to wrap around my head here exactly is, while this may be true, right? It's not anyone's surprise. Pred has done a lot of dumb shit. He continues to do dumb shit. In fact, there's a lot of times where I want to actually fucking chop his head off for my own fucking sanity. However, if the result of the court case is the reason for his removal, why is it happening multiple days later, and not because some crying cunts in BCSO want there to be a change, and when that happens, the reaction is immediate. Yet I've been waiting for over 4 fucking weeks for these fucking useless pieces of trash to give me my legal right to my FOIA documents, for them to wake the fuck up and conclude on something that has prevented the city moving forward, that all these things that have made the city stagnant, but the moment someone touches a poor little fucking nest egg called the BCSO, all of a sudden something's changing. Before I even open up this piece of legislation, there needs to be basic paperwork there. There should be, just as you enact, just as the election is in official documentation, just as when we appoint a sheriff and a chief of police, it is done through a documented, through a documented process, which is you do an executive order, right? So everyone can see what's being done, when it's being done, what time it's being done. That at minimum, that should have occurred. Now, I am going to go on a bit of a limb here and say that I don't think the judges themselves would have been complicit in this. I think they let me talk, please. Because I think that it would create I think instead they are executing a decision made by the justices. Unfortunately, the justices, by and large, have only been delivering about 1% of their energy, right? While I appreciate the 40-minute meeting that was bestowed on us yesterday to conclude on something that's held the city back until, you know, one disappeared into the wherever the fuck they were for the past 6 months, and the other one, you know, went back into doing whatever the fuck he was doing. And, you know, I get it. They got other things to do. But the city needs them at the end of the day. It's a fucking responsibility. That's why I'm not myself spending the last 4 months doing other things, because I owe it. I took the responsibility. I cannot just disappear. That's why I'm here right now. Is that at the bare fucking minimum, this shit should have been documented. And the fact that that wasn't done and there isn't an eyebrow raised, I can only conclude that there's a level of retardation that is self-inflicted, to be very clear about my use of verbiage here. In other words, be it other interests, be it, you know, maybe someone's got a girlfriend somewhere that, or like a boyfriend somewhere. Maybe they're like, I don't know, they're into F1 racing now or whatever that activity may be. But it's leading to decisions that genuinely make no fucking sense. Where is the documentation for this? How the hell am I going to walk into that room today and say, how am I going to make sense of any of this? I'm going to walk into that room. Does that mean that everything that we discussed on Sunday is invalid? We sat in that room with justices with Pred in the room, post-trial. Does anyone have an answer here, like based on any facts, like other than speculation? I want to make sure I'm not missing any factual information here.
In regards to the paper trail, I can speak to that.
Mm-hmm.
You won't find a paper trail because the initiation and action of this was all done verbally and physically approaching judges and justices and having meetings basically face to face.
Okay, so
where they pointed out the Blaine County legislation and the fact that and essentially said as law enforcement for that county, they're looking to enforce that, and the justices basically agreed they had the right to due to that guideline legislation. And
are they? I don't understand. Are these people fucking dumb? Like, I don't understand. I genuinely, do we actually need to impeach them all? Like, do we need to put someone with with some fucking common sense there? Like, I don't understand. Like, okay, let me look at this. Like, how the fuck has this office generated more writing than the entire DOJ combined? And I mean specifically the justices. I am not going to blame a single judge. I'm not going to blame a single judge when at least one of them was forced into doing something they didn't want to do. I'm not going to blame the individual judges for being worried about what's going to happen with their jobs. At the end of the day, this is a fuck. I mean, it's a fucking toxic workplace environment to the fucking extreme. Please disagree. Tell me I'm crazy. Yeah, if I actually am. Am I missing anything?
No, you've basically been echoing what I've been saying all day, to be honest, is that they had absolutely no issue with Pred coming to the table, like, basically straight out of Bolingbroke yesterday in that meeting, and the charges that he had in his criminal record, but then suddenly today they do.
They were, okay, so now, do you know if he was supposed to get the diversion program? Because I literally told this to Pred and Tony, and I'm like, get that diversion program right now. And Pred was like, because I'm actually pissed at him too, by the way. I'm actually a bit furious because I got that bitch elected, number one. So when he does dumb shit and then hangs around with LSPD officers, sits around moping and crying, talking about all the shit is happening to me, as I sit there silently, I'm like, you don't even know what we've been through, you little cunt. And then, when he's about to get his head out of the water in that court case, and I'm like, get the diversion program, and he has the fucking dumb audacity to be like, I don't know if this is the right time. Like, it's pissing me off that this is something that's even being dealt with to begin with. But despite that anger, I'm pretty sure he was supposed to get it right there.
Although said denied at the table.
Yeah. And I think they said that they might be able to discuss it like tomorrow or something. Like tomorrow is in when they were at the trial.
Yeah, but you can't just say that. It needs to be heard. Right?
Yeah, so, but I mean, like, appealing the charge and stuff, I think was always something that Pred was considering. But like, when does he have time? He's literally been out of prison for less than 24 hours. Like, they didn't even give him a day to try and get his ducks in a row.
Interesting.
They didn't even bother to try and finish, this whole process of us trying to fix the fucking government and, sort out their fucking priorities before they decided to do this shit to Pred. Like, it's just a slap in the face to everything. Like, how can they sit at the table in good faith and try and solve these issues with us and then just turn around and do this?
Yeah,
I don't understand how they can so callously disregard the actual will of the people and their vote.
They're lazy. They don't want their job is the problem. They do not have time for their job. They don't have enough time for their job to actually be considerate as to what needs to be done to get to where they are. The amount of time I've had to listen to a bunch of just okay, I'm going to try to remain somewhat reserved here. I genuinely think that the problem right now is I don't think these individuals give a fuck about the state of San Andreas. And I say that because justices specifically, on different levels, right? Other obligations, whatever it may be. But they don't have the care. I mean, maybe they do one day, but just not now. They haven't had a care for a long time now. If they had care, they would not have allowed Angel to do the thing she did. They would have actually read through the legislation that we then audited while they in the room stated that they were unaware of some of these changes, like the outburst over the FOIA, like they didn't know anything about the FOIA changes. Motherfuckers, you had your signature on it, which implies that you didn't actually read it, which implies you had the audacity to sign something without understanding that you are fully acknowledging your acceptance of it. And even then, the amount of charitable, I don't think it was forged, man. The thing is, they just don't got time for it, right? And this is part of the byproduct, is that I think any sensible individual in that position would have said, even if they're in the right, and I haven't even popped this open, is where's the paperwork? You put it up, you make your decision on the docket, right? So you know who put it for. I feel like our entire conversation on Sunday was thrown away. Mm-hmm. That entire conversation about the process document is literally you guys have to document your work. And then they go and do this. That's why I'm mad. I don't even care that Pred's gone.
Different.
I do care that Pred's gone, but it's worse. Sorry, go ahead, Maeve.
If they filed actual impeachment papers and followed a process, that would be one thing. But to just basically hot ban him from mayor in the middle of the day, it's just crazy.
Yeah, I know. That's exactly where my how do you audit? How do you do anything with this? Genuinely, are these guys retarded?
That doesn't have paperwork.
You have to be fucking retarded. I'm sorry. At what point do you say, let's just get rid of him in a state announcement? How do you even fight this now?
I mean,
that's what I'm saying.
A lawsuit, basically.
Yeah, because as Michael astutely pointed out, there's no real authority given to the justices to remove him in the manner that they did. And that's irrespective of the ambiguity of the line that they even used.
Bro, what is happening?
So it's I think that's the best way to fight it.
I'm holding back Nino, by the way.
To fight that
right now. I'm too exhausted to RP out Nino's anger. Because actually, to a degree, I'm just my brain is melted.
A long time ago, when we were first starting down this whole political path, there was a lot of concern about the split of counties. And I recall us being really concerned about.
Nino.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna call it a princess.
Yes.
Let me talk to you in a little bit. We're in a meeting
Oh, yes, of
discussing
course, of
what
course.
happened today. Yeah.
All right.
All right. Appreciate it.
There was a lot of concern that we had because of the amount of complexity that these two counties would put forward, right? What has happened here is that a piece of county level legislation was interpreted to have given authority to a state level entity, which number one is not possible in and of its own right. I'm assuming this is being interpreted as because Pred has a felony, the DOJ has the right to remove them. Despite that not being codified, number one, in state legislation, or number two, in the Constitution. That's problematic. The second issue,
okay, sorry, go ahead.
the second issue is that you cannot.
I can't believe we
yourself
are going to have to
as
argue
mayor
this. This is going to be
authority
fucking
that
AIDS.
was not already given to you by the Constitution, which means you can't give yourself the authority to remove yourself from office. That is not how it works. You have the ability to remove people from your staff. That is within your purview. Public service is within your purview. But there is no power granted anywhere outside of the impeachment process to remove a person from their mayorship.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with
and
that.
To add to that, the legislation that they used should have only been used as supporting evidence for an impeachment.
That's
Not-
it.
Yeah.
I don't understand. Like, bro, this is so like. I'm sorry if I keep using that word, but it's the best descriptor here. It's because I don't know what other thing to say. Is how did people in a judiciary say, let's do something undocumented at this level?
I don't know.
I genuinely like fear for like anyone that they are responsible for if this is their function. I don't even know if I'm mad really. I think that I just want to kill them all because I feel like we've entered a realm into they're better off dead than worth discussing anything with, because I literally just want to walk in there with a automatic firearm and say America and start opening fire. And as their lifeless body falls on the ground, I can look around and I can say, you know what? This is probably how George Washington felt. Maeve?
If it makes you feel any better,
Yeah.
Chaos Legion already did it. They shut down all the judges today.
Oh, that makes
and
sense.
said this is for Pred, so
Yeah, I bumped into Sean Daniels today, and he had like fucking laps all around.
Yeah.
him, and Chaos Legion shot him because of all the stuff that happened today.
Yeah.
Has the new sheriff stuff come up yet? Oh no.
The Pred codes.
yeah. But like, is Mateo still interim sheriff if like Pred got
I
removed
feel
like
like
an hour
he
later?
should be because he got appointed to interim sheriff before. However, I don't know if he got
Oh,
properly sworn
state
in,
officials
however,
around.
so-
Oh.
Well, yeah, I do have a meeting with them in about 7 minutes.
Who is state official? Which one?
So here's kind of the deal with all of this. It genuinely look, I don't have the energy to be mad. I just want to say, look, I'm not going to turn to violence, right? That's how I feel, but it's just not going to happen. I'm not going to give up. However, I am exhausted thinking about the energy expenditure necessary to, what is it called? Like baby feed? Like, you know what the birds do? Like chew up the food and spit it into a
Paper.
justice's mouth
Yeah.
to explain to them how absolutely moronic this was. Because once again, I don't even want to go into whether Pred should or should not have been removed. If there was like a legitimate, like, you know what I mean? If it's that nothing is nothing is documented. So because it's not documented, in my mind, it's inherently illegal. Just as, like, it could have been a writ, it could have been anything, it could have been, but now there's nothing there. Was it Grayson that did it? How do we know that Angel didn't fucking do this? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How do we know, like, who did this? We don't know. And it's not even that he got removed. You can't even audit it. And now the problem is, I hate to say this, but now we have to go and impeach and actually argue to the state officials. Michael, I want you to come with us. You two, Abilene. Serenade. Everyone with a bar license can come with me to this meeting. We got to go. And I'll let you know. The reason for leaving it to bar certification is because what's likely going to transpire from this is probably 2 months of a lot of litigation. And you know, the crazy thing is 90% of the attorneys back us. So this should get juicy.
Yeah, they did the bare minimum of paperwork so that all of us have to do the most.
Yep.
Is it 2 or 4-seater?
2-seater.
Where are we going?
City Hall.
Yeah, I'll meet you there.
All right.
I'll be there.
Here, come with me.
I mean, I'm down for this, but I'm literally going to make all their lives miserable. I don't think they understand that I am literally going to impeach every fucking individual on the smallest shit. Because I didn't play those games. All right? I didn't play those fucking games. I gave you opportunity to turn it the fuck around, and now it's going to get bad. Lawsuit, lawsuit, lawsuit. Writ of mandamus this, writ of mandamus that. Motherfuckers ain't even going to be able to walk out of the fucking BCSO. I mean, okay, so OOC, which is important to say because, okay, first off, I've been role-playing the entire time, okay, just to be very clear here. I have not had any OOC discussions with anybody, all right? All of these allegations ain't true. I don't care what the fuck happens in RP, but boy, is it fucking exhausting. But if RP is like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, man. I just want to role play. But the problem is that these things that are being done is just, bro, it's, what the fuck are you, like, what, like, I mean, okay, I mean, I can play this game, man. I've been trying to not to because it's going to get AIDS. Like, I'm like, this is kind of why I'm like, kind of like, fuck, like, am I going to go and impeach like literally everybody, writ of man? Fucking take $250 million and literally stop everyone from being able to do anything because I'm just going to bury them in work. I mean, the thing that's kind of like, but I will say the thing that I'm finding extremely frustrating is that a month later, I don't even have my FOIAs yet because people skip town. Like, literally, there's an entire department that can't even get me my FOIA, but like within a quarter of a day, like, it just clap your hands and he's out of mayorship. Like, I don't understand, man. Meeting room. That's kind of the thing that's kind of getting annoying for me, and as is, like, you know, the implications of any of this being OOC, right, is annoying.
I meant you.
It's annoying that I may have to do things that are going to make it incredibly annoying OOC for everybody. because things are being done that are incredibly annoying to other. You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. It's I don't want to go and it's why I haven't impeached anyone, man. I literally have been telling like my guys to fucking chill like on the impeachment stuff because I don't want to like, you know what I'm saying? Like we can do this, but it's fucking ass. But now I feel like, okay, fine, fuck, we'll do it, but it's gonna I don't think it's gonna be healthy is the problem.